We are. All right. Well, we've already got everything under here pre-soaked with some WD-40. It hasn't been too terribly long since the stuff has been out. I just did the rear main seal a few months ago. But you can't be too safe. So what we're hoping to do here is to be able to remove this Y pipe with the catalytic converters and switch it out with the one that's on the Yukon. Because the one on the Yukon, all the catalyst has blown out of the converters over time, and it's made it quite loud, and it's given it a check engine light, and that's not good, especially considering the fact that we want to, you know, be able to sell this truck. It's just, unfortunately, we don't use it very much, and even though it's paid for, we're still paying insurance on it, and you know, that adds up over time. We're kind of, I don't know, we're at the point where if we can sell it for what we want out of it, then we'll let it go. But if we can't get a good price for it, then we're just going to keep it and hang on to it for the kids whenever they start learning how to drive. But anyway, let's get into it. We got 2 bolts right here for the trans mount. That was easy. Oh, which part do we want to take loose next? I guess we'll work on this back piece here. All right. What a turd nugget. All right. First hurdle down. Now the big one. All right, there's 3 of those. Now we got to get the 3 on the other side. And I've already got all the O2 sensor wires loose. So after I get these 3 bolts out, I just got to get the crossmember bolts, support the transmission, and lower the crossmember enough so I can get the Y pipe out. This dude. Oh, I just had to put that O2 sensor right in the way. Got it. Oh my goodness, my eyeballs. Got dirt all up in my eyeballs. It's really gonna suck if I do all this for nothing, because, you know, they end up not fitting. Oh, holy crap, it's trying to make me get stuck in here. All right. Yeah. And that's what we've been after. All of that work just for that. And to make it worse, we still gotta go over to that one. I feel like that took me 6 times longer than it should have. Man, this thing looks good with them new tires on it. All right, well, let's get set up. Well, I think that we are all hoping that this doesn't suck as bad as the last one did, but I got a feeling it will. I just hope that, I really hope that it's all worthwhile at least. What? Come here. Oofta. All right. Huh. Trans mount is a little bit different on this one, so is the cross member. This trans mount only has one nut, and it's mounted, it's got a big old arch. It's mounted so it's deeper in there. I'm gonna need a small extension to get to it. Ah! All right, why don't y'all come over here and help hold this thing up for me real quick so I can get this out. What's... Man, make me do everything. Come on. Ow. Oh man, let's see. Let's get these guys side by side. They look about the same. Same width. You know what? We're just gonna do it. I'm gonna swap over these O2 sensors. That way, at least I know that those are going into the same stuff. I mean, they look, I mean, aside from the general shape of the catalytic converters, these things look almost identical. And for those of you that don't know, those are these big poofy parts of the catalytic converters. Those are what everybody thinks is gold. And that's why you can't really buy these things used for a decent price. Most people don't really realize that even during the height of converter value, you know, back in COVID times when everything was super, super high, these things were only worth like 300 bucks for these, you know, these Chevy trucks. These are only about 300 bucks or so. They really weren't very valuable. Ford trucks, early thousands Ford trucks, those things were valuable. But I mean, nowadays, the last time I checked, probably last year, these things are only worth half of what they used to be, and they're probably even lower than that now. And that was the only way that you could get that much money for them, is if you took them all the way to Houston to the, you know, the big recycling place that specialized in converters. But then they, you know, changed laws and made it to where you had to have certain licensing in order to sell these things. So they weren't my side hustle, but it was very lucrative. I made good money doing it. I'm gonna go and get the copper anti-seize for these. That way I can at least make sure I get that in right. Make it less of a fight for next time if I have to do it under the truck. I'm just kind of going on a leap of faith here, assuming that these things are gonna fit. Hopefully this is one of those areas where GM was super lazy and made one size fit all. I don't know. Hopefully they function good enough to where it'll get rid of that check engine light for us. We'll see though. If nothing else, it'll make the Tahoe super loud. I don't know if that's good or bad. All right. We got the copper anti-sneeze. So now we're just gonna swap these over one at a time so that they all go back into their same place, because I don't know which ones, if there's any different ones or anything. No,
it's gonna need is just a quick little beep boop. And there we go. Let's go get this one put on. Little beep boop. It's definitely easier to do them when they're out here. See, the upstream ones look different than the downstream ones. And for all I know, I could have left them and just swapped everything out, but I guess it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, because these two look different. So that's a good thing we're doing this. Oh, wait. Dang it, and that one started right off too. Almost forgot our little beep boop. And the point of this, the copper anti-seize, is exactly what you think it is. It just helps make it not seize up in there. So if you got to pull these things out again, they're not going to be so difficult. Because trust me, getting these things out when it's inside the truck is not as easy. All right, so those ones are done. And this exact, well, this O2 sensor, the one that was right here, is the reason why these catalytic converters from the Yukon are blown out. The old one went bad and was sending all types of funky signals throughout the whole truck. We were getting just tons and tons of different error codes. And sometimes it'd be random misfires. Sometimes bank 1 would completely be not firing, and then it'd switch over to bank 2. So we'd be running on 4 cylinders, and we could never pinpoint it. And we fought it for a long time, and it ended up, you know, whenever you're only running on 4 cylinders, the other 4, they're still shooting gas down them. So that raw gas getting dumped out the exhaust is what killed these converters. We just couldn't figure it out in time. We ended up, it wasn't showing any kind of error codes for O2 sensors, so we didn't know. Yeah, it wasn't showing error codes for O2 sensors. So I ended up giving in, and I took it into the Chevy dealership and had them scan the codes, and that's what it was. They put their big scanner on it, and they were able to watch what all the O2 sensors were doing and check on all the sensors and see what kind of outputs they were putting out and everything, and figure out that it was bank 2 upstream O2 sensor. And then once I get Once I get these Y pipes put in and we're going to hook everything back up, I'm going to be putting a little bit of dielectric grease inside all the plugs, and that'll help keep water and stuff from getting in there, keep the plugs from corroding out. It's just an easy little quick thing to do to ensure that you don't create more problems for yourself down the road. All right, which one are we doing first? My vote, I think we should get this one put into the Tahoe, because that's going to be the hardest one to get right. That's our biggest question. There's more stuff in the way on the Tahoe than there is the Yukon. So we'll get him put in and see where it goes from there. All right, little fella, get in there. Up. It's not that it's particularly heavy, it's just all the angles and being crammed up in here like this. Well, I don't mean to speak too soon, but I think this is gonna work, guys. Oh, and if you're like That looks like he's under the Yukon. I thought he was going to start on the Tahoe. Yeah, I was going to start on the Tahoe, so I realized all of my tools are under the Yukon, so better to be lazy than smart. Perfect! Oh, yeah. Woofda. Oh, f me. There we go. Nuts. Haha. Get in. Got him. Ooh. All right, we are closing in on being done with the Yukon's portion of it. Just got to get these cross members bolted in all the way. I got to remember the transmission mount's nut, wherever that might have gone. Well, I'm sure we'll find that eventually. I think this is it. I just looked down and found it. Sweet. And then plug everything in if I haven't said that already. I really couldn't tell you. All right, before we go to the other side, I got some good old dielectric grease that we're gonna squish onto here, onto these plugs over here. It don't take much. Just give it a little goopiness. Getting this transmission mount bolt put in. Well, mount, it's a nut, not a bolt. My bad. Whatever. Who's counting? Should be good enough. One tubby. Remember when everybody used to be like 21 all the time? That was a long time ago. Well, hello. Welcome back to today's episode. In today's episode, we're incorrectly installing exhaust so we can piss off YouTube and get a bunch of comments about how stupid I am. But comments are comments. And engagement is engagement. Ah! Okay, I need to switch hands. That's not smart. That would work way better, wouldn't it? Oops. It's not supposed to go on my arm. Heck yeah, we're done under here. Let's go see if it made any difference in the exhaust sounds. All right, since you guys asked for it, I'm gonna do a straight header start, no exhaust. It almost sounded good. I just prefer my exhaust to sound like I actually care about my truck and have a little bit of taste. Oh, I'm procrastinating. I keep walking around. I gotta stop procrastinating though, because it kind of, sort of looks like we're about to get some rain. These cats are a little bit bigger, and so they're making going in just a little bit more difficult. I think, I don't know. The other one sucked going in too, and that was way more open. It's like there's only one way to finagle this stuff into there, and you got to try out all 371,000 of them to get there. Ugh. This was a pain in the butt last time I did it too. Whenever I pulled the transmission to do the rear main. Except at least then I had help.
gonna pull these driver's side O2 sensors real quick and see if that buys me the space that I need. I feel like this might be a little bit easier if I wasn't laying in a bed of jagged rocks. Huh? All right. Did I really just get it? Now I just gotta get that where it meets up with the rest of the exhaust. That's gonna be a toughie, but we got this on. I finally found the one combination that would get it. I had to take off 3 of the 4 O2 sensors. Oh, well I thought it was gonna be hard, man. I just, it went right in. Man, look at this dude over there mowing grass with no care for the fact that I'm trying to film. I got a whole production going here, a whole crew of me out here, and he don't even care. Oh, story of my life, guys. I lost the stuff that I put somewhere safe so I wouldn't lose it. Oh, found one. Let me look up here again. Oh wait, okay, I got one. All right, got 2. Holy guacamole. Oh, I knew I put them somewhere safe. Oh, that was great. All right, where's the dielectric? Go ahead and put my little bit of dielectric grease in here. Well, I don't know if it's just me, but the Yukon sounds quieter and the Tahoe sounds the same. Oh well, as long as it gets rid of that check engine light, I don't really care. Hopefully all this works out and I didn't just waste a bunch of time. I guess we'll see. All right, next, we're gonna get back in the Yukon. I gotta clear out its error codes there and get it cleaned up after that. Drive it around, see if those codes come back or not. Pray that they don't, because otherwise I don't have another option. I'm not gonna buy it new cats. So I guess here goes nothing. Well, I think that's pretty much going to be it for the Yukon build. I didn't get footage of it, but the other day I cleaned and degreased the engine bay, and I've been driving it around trying to see if that leak would come back on the valve cover gaskets. And I'm pretty sure that what it was is I just got a little messy with one of my previous oil changes and didn't clean it up too good because it's not leaking anymore. Today we took it and got it washed, and it came out really, really good. This is a super clean old truck. It's been new boot goofing with these awesome Goodyear Wrangler Duratracs that we got on a screaming deal. I mean, look at these things. That is a ton of tread on them. I was a little bit worried because they're a bit larger than the old ones were. I thought I had 275 70s on it before, but there were 275 65s. Thankfully, I got lucky and these things completely clear everything. I can turn full lock to lock. And yeah, and to the raised white letters. I love that look, and it really makes this thing look awesome. The only other thing I got to do is whenever I was changing out the converters, I think I didn't get the exhaust quite aligned correctly under here, so now the tips will sit there and vibrate on the rear fender area. Now they're kind of getting a little bit close. Whenever you're just sitting there idling, they'll just sit there and vibrate against there. It's a little bit annoying,
but I think I can just go under there and loosen up those bolts and tweak the alignment of them, and that should fix that. Dang it. Doesn't that just make you mad? Some nasty grimy stuff. I'm gonna have to wipe that off. It cleans up super, super nice. Ignore the scratches. I don't know where those came from. It's a super, super clean old truck. I mean, yeah, it's got a cracked dash that I attempted to fix with no luck. All in all, it's really good. I mean, it's mean looking with that hood. So that's gonna be it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this video thrown together. I've already started on a Tahoe video, so hopefully I'll be able to get that out very soon. Thank you all for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.